Hello YouTube, sorry it's been so long. I've got a couple of excuses for why that is. I'll go with the first one. The tyres have only just come in stock. I've been trying to get these since November, maybe December, and they just have not been in stock. But they came in stock a couple of weeks ago and I've had them for about a week. I'm crazy happy with them. I've painted the body shell. It's not as good as I hoped. I wanted to do this all over the body, so I just put masks on there before I did the clear coat, and I was hoping to do that all across the side, but I didn't go with that because people said about scratching and stuff. But I thought I'd just give it a little go on here. You can see there's loads of little monster badges, but it didn't work out as good as I hoped. Anyway, trying to see if I can get it in a good enough. Like, it would look a lot better if it didn't look like it had glue lines going around the outside of it. Obviously where the layers have built up, I probably went a bit too mad. If I did a lighter coat. But that is something to play with, I think. So I might try it again on another RC, but just do it a lot thinner. It's just awesome. The paint scheme isn't amazing, to be honest, but it will do. I only went with the gold because I had gold hardware here and there, so I thought I'd put a bit of gold into it. And that's the bit I'm not too happy with. I should have done this DMT stuff in the gunmetal, but I did want it to say D8MT because it is, you know, new-ish. Other people have done this conversion as well, but I thought, stuff it. I'll even get the Hotbodies stickers. Really shouted. I had a big gap underneath, and it's still not good like this. But when the body shell's on, I need to just adjust these screws a little bit so they stick up a bit more. So I have to bend it down and then put the screws on it right now. I can't remember if I told you about the body post, but I'll go over it again. Like, when it's all drilled down, this bit does actually just pop over that, so it's almost seamless. When it's all pinned, it's mostly like that. Whereas before, you could see the motor and everything. And to make this, I just cut one of the spare sets of mud guards, cut the lip off, and then added a servo horn behind it to hold them. I'll just give you another look at the body shell, so you definitely know it. It's got some of the protection shit crap here, but it has started to finally let go now. I've been trying to get it off, like, without scratching the clear coat. I think I painted this in January. But my phone died and smashed, and I haven't been able to get onto my YouTube account, so that's another reason. And now I've finally got my new phone, and I've gone through all the crap and got my account back. I was using my girlfriend's old phone, so I didn't want to sign everything up to that. That's annoying. It doesn't look that bad when it's pinned, anyway. But before, that would have just run straight down into that gully, whereas now I can get it over there and sit it on, and then any water splash runs straight down and off. So that's cool. I think it's pretty cool. The body shell, I wish it was better. I should have put some colour into it, some blues and yellows and golds and everything. I've got so much paint, but I ended up just going blacked out. I've also shoe glued it because I've seen these body shells look new on the outside, but they are snapped in half because of a bad landing or something. It's cracked them all the way down here. So I've gone to town with this. Shoe glued some body washers in as well. Left the lights not painted, so I can add LED LEDs later and do it the way my daughter's is done. So I'll just light up the stickers from the back. Right, there's the body post for the front, and they are from the Proline Pro 4 MT 4x4 or something. Proline Pro MT 4x4, yeah. And the back ones are from the Traxxas Summit. They're the Proline Traxxas Summit body mounts. And as I said, I just chopped off the nipples for the body pins, so I've got a nice flat surface, drilled it, and then just stuck these down. I think it worked out pretty nice. I used a couple of spacers and cone washers just to make it look a bit more professional. I don't know if that's the right word, but better and cooler, I think. Anyway, better than just a normal screw. And since half of the other hardware is gold, that should have been too. There's the servo horn things. I just had to file them down smooth so that they didn't have the spline hole adapter, whatever, and they're just holding them on like that. They are very strong. I can pick it up, not that I want to. See, it's all gone out of shape now. This piece here needs to be I need to chop it down a little bit because it is actually catching on the steering, so I just need to bring it in. But I was hoping to keep this piece because of that, and because there's another one down there, I was hoping to just throw a screw through the bottom into the top, and then that will pin that perfectly both sides. But you can see the battery one is curled in here. Maybe that's an idea, possibly. It's still catching it there a little, but I'll probably cut them. Probably. What else have I done? I've got a Traxxas 4x4, no, Traxxas Rustler 4x4 wheelie bar, and you can, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this is the main piece of the wheelie bar. The wheels go onto these screw holes there, and then I could just cut this loop off, or I could use it as a guide. If that loop sits in that circle there, that holds it. Oops. It's about the perfect size for the wheels, just to be hanging over. Now I could just cable tie, a loop over that one, and then a loop over that one, put a hole here and here, and then loop it across there as well. And that will hold it pinned down, but it won't stop it from doing that as much. But then you've got these little loops here, oops, on the side there. And I'm thinking to use this metal bar going through the wing mount, put an M4 rod through the middle, and then I can put links from this piece down to this piece, and then that'll hold it like that and put the resistance I want, because right now it's not got much. Obviously it wants some give, but not that much. And I think that might be a cool idea to get a wheelie bar, if you can follow what I mean anyway, but hopefully it works. Otherwise, I've got this slash 4x4 bumper, slash 2 wheel drive actually, and I've chopped it, and it literally just fits in perfect. And if I just cable tie those beams, that should just hold it down enough so that it's still got a lot of flex, but it also fills up the void. It's a bit scruffy though, I don't really like how used it looks, but it does fill up that void nicely. I think that's cool. It's like every idea I get for this RC, it just works perfect. It's like the best RC I've ever built. It's probably the most in-depth RC build I've done as well, really. It's only a conversion, but it's, I think, done properly. Just getting this front bumper on, that was crazy cool. Using another shock tower that I cut, just so I could get these mounting indents here so it would hold it perfectly. That was the first idea that I hoped would work, and it did. The second one didn't work so good, but it still worked. You can tell the effect. So hopefully this will work as well. Oh, let me get my tape measure. So if I go from this side, I don't know if that's going to hold it. Hope it does. Alright. Okay, it is actually a little bit longer than it is wide, but only just. Let's try that again. From there. Yeah, that looks more like it. I think that's cool. It's pretty much a big square, so hopefully it won't roll over even with these Badlands. They are a lot bigger than I expected. Overall wheelbase is pretty much the same as a Slash 4x4. I would show you, but I can't be bothered to get the Slash. But that's it for now, first look. Obviously the body's not sitting centered. It still needs a little bit of work getting the body shell mounted. Well, I just need to pull these up a little bit, to be honest, these screws. And if they're not long enough, I need to get some new ones. It should be fine. What else? Do the wheelie bar. And I would like to get some sort of chassis protection. I know I've already got that wrap, but it's not going to protect it much. I've got that piece of plastic at the bottom. I've got these two spare holes there that are bang centre. So if I got an alloy plate and I just drilled one hole in here, bent the alloy plate coming down this piece, fixed here, and then it just goes down the chassis into those fixings there. So that's pinned, and then cut round that piece of plastic so that it's smooth, like flush even. So you cut a V into the bottom piece of that plate, and then it's got a nice spine for grind rail sort of thing. But that's probably not going to happen. I don't know. I am very patient, otherwise I would have run it by now. I have run it around the garden, but not like it is now. I ran it as a truggy, I think, shortened truggy with the old little wheels. But these wheels are absolutely huge compared to what I was expecting, because I've had Badlands before, but these are more like Big Joe's size. And it looks, I've got small hands, but still mad. I need to do something, maybe put fishing wire around them so they don't balloon, because I don't want these to burst, and I think Proline does want these to burst because they won't sell you the tyres only, so you can tape them. And a lot of people are blowing these tyres out very easily on 6S. This is only a 4S right now, but I'm starting to regret buying the 4S, so I might end up going with a 6S soon. If I can get somebody to buy that 4S or swap it for a like for like, brand new. It ain't gonna happen. But that's it. I hope you like it, and I hope you're not too angry for waiting 5.5 months. But life gets in the way sometimes. This has just been sitting on the shelf like this for months, till last week, and put the wheels on. And hopefully I'll get it done soon. But I've been blazing a PS4 game as well. So, fingers crossed. See you all soon. Peace.